Tonight on Newscenter, Bigfoot is spotted on campus, a new hotel opens in the area, and the Vulcans prepare for a PSAC rival. All these stories and more next on Newscenter.
Good evening and welcome to CUTV Newscenter for the week of September 10th, 2015. I'm Zach Prosba.
And I'm Jennifer Germano.
After college, every student tries to find success in the field of study they went through in school. For Jared Shao, a Cal U grad and former CUTV crew member, he has lived his dream of being a movie producer with his recently released movie Bigfoot that was shown during freshman orientation a few weeks ago. I had the chance to talk to Shao as well as one of the stars of the movie, who many people will know in a different role.
It's pretty awesome. It's fun. It's been a long time since I've been here, and just getting to check out the campus. And this is where I started making movies. I started shooting all my first movies on this campus, so it's really fun to come back and it's exciting.
Besides Jared, one of the movie stars also appeared at Cal U to talk about the production and how it benefited from being filmed in local Elwood City.
Anytime you do an independent film, there's always obstacles you have to overcome. You run out of money everywhere you turn. But the good thing about filming in Elwood City, where we filmed, was the support of the community. Letting us, whether it was a local bar or a farm, we got so many favors, or the police shutting down roads. So it makes it easier in that respect. If we were to try to do the same thing in, say, Southern California, it would have been a no-go.
Known to many around the country as Pittsburgh Dad, Kurt Wooten said there was not much transition between doing the Pittsburgh Dad videos and starring in Bigfoot the movie.
Well, coincidentally, I went to college myself at WVU to be an actor. I studied theater, so it's, acting's acting for me. Whether it's doing like stage work or little YouTube clips or feature films, you approach it the same way.
A former Cal U student, Jared has plenty of tips to give to current students and anybody else interested in being in the business of making movies after they get out of college.
If you want to do that stuff, start shooting it here right now while you're in school, because this is kind of like your own mini studio. You can do anything you want, like shooting-wise. You don't have to get permits, and there's editing equipment, there's camera equipment, there's all this stuff that you can use that's free. Well, I mean, you're paying to come to school here, but it's at at your fingertips. So it's a great place to just start getting involved with all that stuff.
Updated with the latest refurbishments, the new Hampton Inn in California is now open. The highly anticipated ribbon-cutting ceremony was held on Wednesday, September 9th, in front of many spectators, including President Jones and members from the California Borough Council. The new 4-story hotel is located in the California Technology Park, just a short 5-minute drive from campus, and is prepared to house any family and friends that visit, as well as athletes from other schools.
In the coming weeks, Cal U students will notice a change to their email and VIP portal access at Cal U. Beginning the week of September 16th, email will switch from OAmail to an email run by Microsoft Office 365, with improvements in inbox storage as well as in the cloud. Also, with the new email services, students will be able to download the latest versions of Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint among the line of Office Suite products. VIP changes will be made in the coming weeks, with no exact details yet revealed on what will be different on the system, except that it will be accessible on all platform devices.
Throughout last year and over the summer, the Natali Student Center was under construction for refurbishments and updates made to the building, the offices contained within it, the food court, and student service locations. The rededication for the building will be held on Wednesday, September 16th at 2:30 p.m. in the new Heritage Lounge Rotunda of the Natali Student Center. There will be tours, refreshments, and a brief program celebrating the rededication. The event is free and the entire campus community is invited to attend. Fall Student Convocation will be held on Thursday, September 17th from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. in the south wing of the Convocation Center. The event is free and will give students a chance to ask President Jones any questions they may have about what is happening on campus. All students are invited and encouraged to attend.
To find out the latest news on campus and elsewhere, make sure you pick up a copy of the Cal Times when it is released every Friday around campus. To preview what is coming up in this week's edition, we sat down with Jose Negron, editor-in-chief of the Cal Times.
My name is Jose Negron. I'm the editor-in-chief of the California Times newspaper. We got a lot of great stuff for you this week in news. Faculty convocation was last week. We got some great coverage of that. And in opinion, the VMAs were last week. Kanye West and Miley Cyrus were big names. We got opinions and coverage from students around campus, what they thought about Kanye's speech and Miley Cyrus's hosting. We also have Matt Hagee featuring Karen Novotny as this week's Athlete of the Week. Be sure to pick up this week's edition of the Cal Times anywhere on campus, and also check us out at caltimes.org.
So, Jen, Natali Student Center, for those of you that have not been here, completely redone. You and I were both here, summer workspace for CUTV, got to see all the construction as it was going on. And what do you think of the final product as it's been unraveled in the last few weeks?
I think it's a great change to the building that's been made. It's much more inviting, it's updated and modern, and there's a lot of space for new students as well as old students, and just a great place to now socialize even more because there's that whole rotunda area and everything. There's more space to socialize and to just enjoy what CalU has to offer.
And my favorite part of it is the new food court and the Gold Rush. You know, everybody has their jokes about, college food and how bad it can be, and, always have to go to Walmart and stuff. But the food here this year, absolutely the best it's been in my 4 years. And, I go up there every day, and it seems my mouth starts to water with everything that they have up there, especially the new V bar up there with every kind of international food. It always looks pretty enticing.
It absolutely does.
And coming up after the break, Damon Matson has your weather forecast.
Don't miss your chance to catch the best pro wrestling on the planet. Ring of Honor returns to the Pittsburgh area at the Convo Center at CalU, Friday, September 25th at 7:30 p.m. with appearances by the Briscoes, Jay Lethal, Adam Cole, and many more. Experience body slamming, super kicking pro wrestling action live. Visit ROHWrestling.com now for tickets and info.
The time is now, the place is here. Stop running, face your fear. When it all comes down to this, you only get one shot, can't afford to miss. The time is now, the place is here. Stop running, face your fear. When it all comes down to this, you only get one shot, can't afford to miss. So, let's get it, let's go. Go hard and go home.
Catch all the excitement under the Friday night lights with CUTV's High School Football Game of the Week. You have the best seats in the house as the area's longest-running high school football telecast, now in its 29th season, brings you the area's biggest games. Don't forget to watch the replay on CUTV, Sundays at 8 and Thursdays at 5:30. Since 1937, the Student Association Incorporated, known as SAI, has served the CalU student body by providing activities, programs, and services. Every enrolled student has the ability to take part in over 125 different clubs and organizations. Managing participation in every SAI activity is easy with OrgSync, a powerful tool for staying connected. Located 1 mile from campus, the SAI Farm has 94 acres of meeting and recreational space. SAI, it's your student association.
Welcome back into CUTV News Center, and now we're going to be joined by Damon Matson, our local forecast master. Usually we have the big weather studio stuff, but unfortunately there's some technical issues with that today. But you're still here to talk to us about our 5-day forecast. Go ahead, Damon.
Yeah, unfortunately we did have some technical difficulties earlier, but we've seen quite the warm weather of late here, as we have been pretty warm weather so far, and we're kicking out summer as Labor Day has ended here. But this weekend we're going to see some cooler weather as we move on into the weekend, and a little bit of rain as well. As you see there on Saturday, you can expect a few showers and thunderstorms throughout the area. High temperature of only 70 degrees. That's going to carry on into Sunday with, again, the rain showers are going to stick around, high of around 68. But by the time Monday and Tuesday roll back around, as you can see right there, temperatures are going to warm back up. We're going to bring back the sunshine, and it's still going to feel a little bit like fall, but we should get back up into the low 80s by the beginning of next week. So it has been pretty decent weather so far here through the first few weeks of school. We've had the sunny weather, the warm temperatures, but we're finally going to start to see fall kind of move in here.
Yeah, and today was our first really rainy day. It's been raining all day pretty much. It stopped here and there, but looking at this weekend, that cold weather coming in, that's going to be a change. It's going to go from hot to cold, look seemingly back up to warm right again.
Yeah, it's going to jump right back up, but we are going to get that little bit of a break that we've needed. And I know I don't have AC at my house, so it's going to be nice getting these colder temperatures here for the next couple of days.
Yeah, we don't have AC at our house either, but I'm still, as much as those 90-degree days was too hot for me in those days, I'm still going to miss it because I like that warm weather. I like being able to wear shorts and skirts and dresses and whatever and not have to worry about long pants and jackets and everything like that. I do like fall, but I am going to miss the summer weather.
Well, I think all of us will miss it at some point, too, a couple months down the road. So.
All right, thanks, Damon. And when we come back, Ryan Kaufman takes over the Entertainment Report. Stay tuned.
The Multimedia Access Center is an open lab where California University students can work on an assignment, attend a workshop, print a document for class, or take advantage of a variety of services such as large format printing, web development, and graphic design. Located in the renovated Natali Student Center across from the student bookstore, the Mac Lab is also your home for OrgSync support and services. For hours of operation or for more information, stop by the Mac Lab, visit our website, like us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter. Catch all the excitement under the Friday night lights with CUTV's high school football game of the week. You have the best seats in the house as the area's longest running high school football telecast, now in its 29th season, brings you the area's biggest games. Don't forget to watch the replay on CUTV, Sundays at 8 and Thursdays at 5:30.
First published in the 1880s, the California Times is the oldest student media at California University. Circulating 3,000 issues weekly on campus and in the surrounding community, the Times' mission is to deliver fair and balanced news to the student population of California University. All students are welcome to be a part of the California Times. Our offices are located in the Natali Student Union. Keep up to date with the Times online at www.caltimes.org, Facebook, and follow us on Twitter.
Welcome back to CUTV News Center. I'm Ryan Kaufman with your Entertainment Report. Are you aware that there are 100 plus clubs and organizations on campus? Feature reporter Anthony D'Agostino shines a spotlight on a few organizations for us.
This is Anthony D'Agostino reporting for CUTV. Over the course of the semester, I'll be taking you on a guided tour of the different clubs and organizations you can be a part of here at CalU. This week, I had the pleasure of going to a student government meeting to see what they do in their meetings. I also interviewed the president of the Student Government Association, Brendan Gary, to see why people should join student government and what exactly student government does.
So one of our main goals from student government is to open the channels of communication between the students, the faculty, staff, and administration. As we saw here today at our meeting, we have a lot of guest speakers here, so we want to get that feedback to them. They also want to get new information out to us. We just learned a lot about the new technology that the students are going to be seeing this coming fall, and we learned a lot about our K-9 officer. We also gave some feedback today about our student union, the food and dining options. So I'm personally going to take that to whoever that needs to go to and give that feedback to them so they can do something about it. Nothing's going to get changed unless we're vocal and open up communication. So that's the main goal that I strive for as president, is to open those channels of communication and inform and get that information out to as many people as possible.
The Student Government Association meets every Monday in room 319 in the Natali Student Center from 4 until around 5:30. And that's all for this week. If you would like your club or organization to be highlighted on CUTV News Center, be sure to tweet us at CUTV_PA and make sure to leave the appropriate contact information. For CUTV News Center, I'm Anthony D'Agostino.
Thanks, Anthony, for that report. Let me ask you a question. Do you have your tickets yet for one of the biggest events held in the Convocation Center yet? The matchup, Sergeant Sammy the Who Can Mexican Vasquez versus Jose Piston Lopez. This is a part of Fox Sports 1's coverage of the Premier Boxing Champions, which can be seen live on Tuesday, September 15th at 9 p.m. on Fox Sports 1, which can be seen across the country. Tickets are on sale now for $33 on eventbrite.com or call 724-797-8694. Looking for sports entertainment in the squared circle, but not boxing? Then make sure you get your ringside seats for the Ring of Honor event on September 25th in the Convocation Center. Ring of Honor is the third largest wrestling promotion in the United States and features such stars as the Briscoe brothers, Adam Cole, the Young Bucks, ACH, and many, many more. This event is part of the lead up to the big Ring of Honor event in Buffalo on September 27th. Tickets are still on sale now on rohwrestling.com for $25 to $35. Have you been looking for a way to get involved with the theater department but don't know how? Well, here is your chance. Auditions will be held this Saturday, the 12th at 9:30 a.m. in Steele Hall for this year's holiday production of Miracle on 34th Street. They are in need of actors, singers, and dancers for this production. For more information, contact Dr. Pagen at pagen@calu.edu. Every once in a while, a political figure or a celebrity will say or do something that makes you stop and think to yourself, did I just hear that correctly? As the new entertainment anchor, I have discovered it is my job to bring these, shall we say, bizarre actions to light. Let's begin with a man that hasn't been in the news much, Donald J. Trump. TMZ is reporting that Donald has made it clear to CNN that since he is fully funding his campaign, he feels CNN should donate their profits from the next Republican debate to some veteran groups. The letter Trump sent to CNN contains the price for an ad during the debate, and it isn't cheap. The ads started out at $5,000 and have jumped, quote, 4,000% to $200,000 for every 30 seconds. Trump's letter went on in normal Trump fashion to say, while I refuse to brag, and as you know very well, this tremendous increase in viewer interest and advertising is due 100% to Donald J. Trump. Are you someone who posts pictures of your lunch or pretty flowers on Instagram? Well, then you are more than likely one of the 45.7 million people that follow Taylor Swift. Wednesday afternoon, she beat out Kim Kardashian West to become the most followed person on Instagram. For comparison, Miley Cyrus has a measly 28.2 million followers. Wednesday afternoon, Apple unveiled their new lineup for the fall. Some of the new items range from the new iPhone 6 to the new iPad Pro, but the new item that created the biggest buzz is the new Apple Pencil. This is new and state-of-the-art technology that can draw on the screen of your Apple device and help you draw smiley faces on Snapchat clearer. Simply put, this is an expensive stylus that was invented many years ago, but Apple slapped a $99 price tag on it and reinvented the wheel. Finally, Kentucky County Clerk Kim Davis is back under fire, but not for issuing same-sex marriage licenses. At her rally earlier this week, she was seen on stage with Republican presidential candidate Mike Huckabee with Eye of the Tiger on Max in the background. The band Survivor took notice and issued a statement on Facebook saying they did not grant anyone at or affiliated with the rally permission to use the song. The band's representative said the group is considering a lawsuit and that they are determined to protect the integrity of their music. And to round out the entertainment report for this week, we have the action-packed and riveting movie Tomorrowland. It stars a multitude of celebrities such as George Clooney, Hugh Laurie, Tim McGraw, Britt Robertson, and many, many more. Here for you now is a quick look at the trailer for Tomorrowland.
But what if there was a place where nothing was impossible? Where the best and the brightest could build whatever they were crazy enough to imagine.
You're from there. Obviously.
And recently, Queen Elizabeth celebrated a big milestone, being the longest reigning monarch in their history over there.
Yeah, it's a great accomplishment. It seems, I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, but she's been there a while, and I hate to say it this way, it's only a matter of time until Prince William takes over, or Prince Harry, whichever one is next in line. I always freak out. The one that has the kids and is married to Kate Middleton, at least. But Queen Elizabeth has done a great job in her reign, and whenever she does, inevitably lose her crown. It's going to be a sad day because she's been great for her country.
She has been, and I do believe it's about 60 or 70 years, somewhere in there. I think I read an article yesterday. It's somewhere in there. It is the longest reigning monarch in all of England's history, which for me as a history major, geeking out a little bit, is really cool because you think about all the history and all of the different monarchs that they've had in their history. That's a lot. So to be the longest of all of them, that's impressive.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Ryan. And when we return, Matt Hagee has your sports report. Stay tuned.
Watch CUTV online anytime, anywhere. Check out your favorite original programs, coverage of the biggest events on campus, and cheer on your Vulcan sports teams. CUTV. Log on. Tune in now. Visit cutv.calu.edu/live.
The time is now, the place is here. Stop running, face your fear. When it all comes down to this, you only get one shot, can't afford to miss. The time is now, the place is here. Stop running, face your fear. When it all comes down to this, you only get one shot, can't afford to miss. So let's get it, let's go. Go hard and go home.
Save preset 1 for Cal U's best music. More music in the car. More music in the door. More music everywhere. This is 91.9 WCAL Power 92. The home of the Vulcan Nation. Playing Cal U's best music. 91.9 WCAL. WCAL Power 92.
Welcome back to CUTV News Center. I'm Matt Hagee with your sports report. The 2015 edition of California Vulcans football kicked off last Saturday against defending CIAA champion Virginia State Trojans. Last season, the Vulcans defeated the Trojans at home while surviving 2 lightning delays. The venue change to Virginia did not change the result of the game as the Vulcans crushed the Virginia State Trojans by a score of 35-16. Quarterback James Harris led the way with 387 passing yards and 4 touchdowns, including 1 on the first play of the game, to Kawan Scott, who finished over 100 yards receiving. The incredible game by Harris garnered him PSAC West Offensive Player of the Week honors. Gary Brown compiled another 200-yard receiving game along with 2 touchdowns, including a 90-yard score. Jawan Turner led the defense with 5 tackles, with 2 of them for loss. Looking to build momentum, the Vulcans now look to their home opener this Saturday against the Bloomsburg Huskies. Last season, the Huskies defeated the Vulcans in overtime at Bloomsburg on a game-winning field goal. Here's the broadcast information for this Saturday if you cannot make it to Adamson Stadium. CUTV will have a live feed of the game starting at 1 o'clock on calvulcans.com and will replay the contest Monday at 6 and Tuesday at 4. This matchup between the Vulcans and Huskies has been one of the most talked about games this offseason, and for good reason. The last 4 meetings have all come down to either last-minute wins or overtime. Here's a look back at recent history between these 2 PSAC powers. After throttling Virginia State in the season opener, the Vulcans now look ahead to hosting one of their longtime PSAC powers, the Bloomsburg Huskies. The Huskies are coming off an upset loss to Stonehill the week before, but despite the loss, Cal will be getting the Huskies' best on Saturday. Recent meetings against the Huskies have not been so kind to the Vulcans as they have lost the last 3 meetings. In fact, all 3 have been heartbreakers. In 2009, the Vulcans tied the game with a minute to go, only to let the Huskies quickly run down the field to score in the final minutes. The next season, the 2 met in the first round of the NCAA playoffs at Adamson Stadium. Cal trailed late again and scored with a minute 2 left to set up a 2-point conversion try. Unfortunately, the pass failed and Bloomsburg ended Cal's season. Now let's fast forward to last season, where the Vulcans faced a 21-10 fourth quarter deficit on the road in the second game of the season. James Harris led a comeback to position Cal to possibly send the game to overtime. Cody Nuzzo, facing a career-long 50-yard field goal, drilled it to force overtime, but once again, the Huskies smashed Vulcans fans' hearts by picking off Harris and then kicking a game-winning field goal to beat Cal yet again. You have to go back to 2008 to find the last time a Vulcans team has defeated Bloomsburg. This was a third-round playoff game in which the Vulcans won a thriller of their own by forcing a Bloomsburg fumble in the waning seconds. With momentum from last week, the Vulcans look to finally tame the Bloomsburg Huskies. No matter what happens, the game figures to be a classic and the perfect way to open the home schedule. A local high school made national news recently when they made a unique change to the color of their football turf. Bell Vernon changed their turf from green to Vegas gold, which is certainly the first of its kind, and also included getting new uniforms for the team with the new turf. This past Friday, CUTV traveled to James Weir Stadium in Rostraver to kick off the high school game of the week schedule and got a first-hand look at the new turf. Fighting off a lightning delay, the Leopards ended up getting the win over the Trinity Hillers to open the new turf and look to continue success this season and beyond with the unique change to the field. Last night, the Cal Vulcans men's soccer team faced off against the Seton Hill Griffins in a rematch from the first round of the playoffs from last season. Lightning and dangerous weather in the area prevented CUTV from broadcasting the game, but the contest went on as scheduled, and the Vulcans pummeled the Griffins by a score of 5-0. Jesse Shire had 2 goals to lead the Vulcans in the game that was highlighted by many stoppages. 3 yellow cards were issued in the first 2 minutes of the game, which later led to 2 more red cards that let the Griffins down to 2 men. David Deemer also added a penalty shot goal for the Vulcans as well. A new segment on the Sports Report this semester will include a look at the top football games to watch for this weekend. This is something I like to call the Hagee Six. I have selected 3 games from both college and the pros to focus on this weekend. In college, we will start off with the Oklahoma Sooners traveling to Knoxville to take on the Tennessee Volunteers. Last season, the Sooners won in Norman, and now the Vols look for revenge with a much improved team Saturday night. Two games that stand out to me Saturday night is one, Boise State against BYU. BYU won on a Hail Mary against Nebraska last week and looked to knock off a ranked Broncos team on their home turf. Then the game of the week in East Lansing, the Oregon Ducks facing off against Michigan State in Saturday night primetime. Last season, Oregon smashed the Spartans in the second half in Eugene, but now the venues have shifted and new Ducks quarterback Vernon Adams will get his first road test of the season. On to NFL opening day, and here we will start with the Ravens traveling to Denver to face off against Peyton Manning and the Broncos. And also, the top 2 picks in this year's draft will square off as Marcus Mariota and his Titans will travel down to Tampa to face Jameis Winston and the Buccaneers. Both games will start at 4:25. Finally, the last game we will look at is the Sunday night matchup between the Giants and the Cowboys. High expectations are in Dallas this season, and the last time these 2 teams faced on Sunday Night Football, Odell Beckham Jr. made that insane touchdown catch. So guys, great games this week, but we're going to talk about NFL. This is opening week for the NFL.
Yeah, great time, of course. A huge football fan. I prefer the college side a little bit more, but NFL. Staying away from the Steelers, they start tonight. I'm going to go look, Sunday. I'm going to see, the Broncos. Can Peyton Manning do it one last time being 40 years old? I would expect him to retire after this year, and I think, start the season off with a win against a team I like to root against in the Baltimore Ravens.
And I'm going to go with the Steelers tonight, in their game tonight, because I'm a huge Steelers fan. And this summer, I got to go to Steelers training camp right before school started, and it was super exciting. They looked great on the field. I thought they did really well. I'm excited to see what they can do tonight.
And then first time ever you get to see the top 2 quarterbacks in this past year's draft, Marcus Mariota and Jameis Winston. What a treat that's going to be. Unfortunately, it's the same time as the Broncos game.
Yeah, I think I got to give a slight edge to Winston in that one. Just seems to be on a better team this year.
I agree.
All right, that will do it for this week's edition of Newscenter.
Be sure to check out our YouTube channel at CUTV Newscenter.
Thanks for watching, and have a great weekend.